Hello everyone, this is Josh from Monroe County Public Library, and I'm going to join you today for another piece of digital creativity at home software that you can use for free. This time we're featuring a web app. It's called Citizen DJ, and the website's a little bit convoluted. It's citizen-dj.labs.loc.gov, and lots of government websites have a naming scheme like that. If you do a Google search for Citizen DJ, like I did, you can see that it's the top result, and you might have an easier time searching it from the Library of Congress website, which is where this is a featured creation from. Just recommend doing a search, or if you really want, type in this complex website here. And what this is a web app that you can use to create, edit, and listen to sounds. You can also download samples of things you create, or download the whole song itself or the whole soundbite itself and reuse it in any song that you want. There's a great video up here that goes through the history of this project, some of the ways that you can use it. I recommend you watching that. And once you get down here, you can see the basis of this collection. So what these are here, these colorful little blocks, these are the different sound archives that they have access to. So these are all sounds and clips that come from the public domain as supplied by the Library of Congress. And that means that you can use all of them completely for free in a commercial project or really whatever you want. So the best way to get started is to click this Explore button, and I'm just going to go on this first one here. It doesn't really matter where you start. I recommend looking at all these. So I'm just going to start with the first one. You hit Explore, and it takes a second to load, and then once you're in there, you just click, and then you can drag around to listen to the clips. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And that probably sounds like static because there's a lot of different things here. So what you can do is you can see this red box and you can click on each individual section. That may be a bad example because that's very short, but let me click on another one. And that's also short. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this so you can get a better sound of this. This is called Indiana. It's made in 1917, and it tells you where this little 1-second snippet comes from. So it tells you where that comes from. And you can click Remix this. And what this is going to do is generate a good starting pattern for you. It uses this like a drum kit box or like an electronic drum kit, and it puts the samples in different tracks, and you get to select where they appear. So I'm going to play this, and you're going to hear that 1-second sample happen here. You're going to hear it happen here, and here, here, and here. Each of where the blue parts are, you're going to hear that sample. So let's hit play. And you can hear that it's generated that in a pattern that sounds already pretty good. You can shuffle this. I think that actually changes the clip. So if you like the clip, don't click that. You can change the patterns here. So that's really what you want to click. And I think that this just changes. Oh, it's random. I hadn't fully tested that, but it looks like it's random because it assigned, a beat here, and then they're in different parts, and if you play it, it's going to sound a little bit different. And I think it actually did change where the sound was clipped from, so it's probably like 3 things ago. There we go. So now we have the same item in there, and you probably also hear the drum track in the background, and that comes from these lower tracks here. Just like the sounds that it samples from that archive recording, you can change these items down here. And what this does is it changes where those little drum beats are happening. So I'm just going to hit solo so you can hear this by itself. And I don't know if you can hear that. It's very quiet. But it's just like, it's like a little, it's, you know, it's a drum track. You're hearing the kick sound from this Akai MPC drum machine, and that's the sound. So you can put in more sounds. So I'm just gonna put in a few more in different places here, and hit play again. So now you can hear those like nice little hard beats in there. And you can also change which drum machine you use. So depending on the drum machine you use, you're going to get different sounds. So I'm just going to go to the second one on the list, and I'm going to hit play. So you can hear those drum tracks definitely have a different feel to them. You can also add drum tracks, and there's lots of options here. There's snare drums, there are kick drums, there's cymbals. There's a lot of different options in there. And if you don't know what to do, you can hit shuffle drums. And this is a 90s hip hop pattern suddenly. So I'm gonna hit play. And you can see that this is starting to give you something that's really cool. You can use it as like a looping section to a track. You can use it as like a background sound, or you can download any of these separate elements, like this first sample, or one of the drum tracks, and you can use those in your songs. I think the drum is actually licensed through a Creative Commons attribution. More information would be down below. It gives you the information about the drum machine here, and it also gives you more information about citing the creator of this song if you would like to. Because these sounds are in the public domain, you don't necessarily have to, but it is good practice to do. And this gives you direct links to all the samples. So you can download those here if you'd like to, or you can hear the whole excerpt. And once you download that, you can clip any sound from that as well, and you can put it in a music program, whether that be like Fruity Loops for Logic, or if you're using like something free, you can put it in LMMS. You can also shuffle the top item here, so you can just click this and it'll change the entire item. And I'm just going to shuffle the drums below, and it's going to give me a good sound. So let's listen to this here. So you can see it's a pretty cool thing that you can use. Along with the beat pads here and the beat pads on the drums, you can also click this item right here. And what this is going to do is give you finer details. You can change the volume, you can change where the clip starts, so you can have earlier or later in the clip. You can change the duration, and it'll change how the clip is playing in this context here. You can also do that on each of the individual tracks, so you can really layer sounds over the top of each other. And the same thing is true for the drums, so you can change those around as well. If you're curious about the item details, you can click on this, and what this is going to do is bring you to this bottom section here, and this links directly to the Library of Congress. As I said, this is kind of where all the things on this come from. So if I click on this, you can get a Library of Congress archive that tells you all the information that they have about this, and you can kind of take a look around things that are similar to this. So it's going to have recordings down here, it's going to have some older films because those are related. And the Library of Congress is a great resource for lots of things. There's probably millions of other things on here that are public domain. So definitely explore this and, you know, get some background information on what you're looking for, or what you're looking at and what you're playing with in this Citizen DJ Sound Lab here. And once you're done with everything, you can save it, you can export it, and you can use it in your song. So this is a really, really, really cool thing that you can use. I definitely recommend everybody look at this, sample some tunes from it, and share them with us once you make the next biggest hit that's going on out there, and let us know how it goes. And with that said, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.